talked about these various processes. You
Yeah.
talked about manufacturing. You talked about website. There are a lot of things that happen, I
Yeah.
think, so behind the working of a brand. So would you want to take us step by step? Like if someone out there
Yeah.
wants to start a brand and you need to like
Yeah.
not teach them but give them like a
A
brief
gist.
a
Yeah.
gist
Yeah,
of
yeah.
how things go about, because I think most of the times whenever I thought personally that I want to start something of my own, the one
Yeah.
thing that came in mind is, okay, I have an idea. Now what?
Yeah.
So anything on that?
So I'd say like I'll put into steps. I don't know how many steps, let's see. But
Yeah.
like I feel like step one is putting that idea down on paper.
Okay.
Actually writing it down, because once you write it down, it becomes a certain meaning to you. Number two is, if you're actually going ahead with it, have a plan of how you're going to go about things. This plan will never go as planned, but it is there so you have something to go by. Because if you have nothing to go by, time will get wasted.
Yeah.
So I'd say step one is putting it down on paper. Step two is getting the registrations done for the brand, like the trademark, getting the small licensing here and there, getting your name licensed, stuff like that. Step three is finding a manufacturer. Finding a good, loyal manufacturer, which is very hard, very, very hard. Step four is finalizing your audience. And I feel like step five, which is with the brand, is knowing your target audience.
Okay.
If you don't know your target audience, then you don't know who you're going to market to. Obviously, marketing sells the brand, and that is the do or die thing in a brand. But if you don't know who you're selling it to, then it's not going to sell. It's as simple as that. So it's knowing your target audience, doing immense research on other brands, what their process has been, and like you have to do like a very like deep level of digging, which is what I did, at least with the popular brands, because they've made it. And then I'd say is getting your branding down. How do you want to perceive your brand to be? Do you want it to be like a very low, a middle class brand, a high class brand? Do you want to go for the low class people, which is again, you have to do your branding based on the target audience again, and then is selling the marketing. That is, I'm going to put into very simple terms, that is a money game.
Okay.
The more money you have, the more audience you're going to reach, but if the quality is so good, it will be organic.
Yeah.
So, but right now I'd say, because in clothing, the competition is so high. Every 2 days, there's like at least 30 new brands, you need to have a mix of both. Like your brand won't survive if you don't put in, that money for marketing. So I'd say these are the very basic steps that you have to go by. There's a lot of like details inside these, but like, yeah, I feel like these are the base steps.
So right now you said the second step is about getting yourself registered.
Yeah.
Just a question, like what happens is when I think of something, I am so scared like first I want to do all the research and everything, and then I think I'll have the in me that okay, I'm now convinced and confident, so I'll put money and register myself. So do you think that should be the way to go about, or register yourself first so that you are like you're responsible for something now?
So that was the first thing how I went about it, right? I started doing research, and later I realized that so many brands are coming out. It's going to be about time where a brand comes out with a logo similar to mine and I won't get to use it. So it's a quick game. You need to act fast. Like obviously I did research first before I even put my idea down on paper. I did research, but to some extent I realized that I lost a lot of time in that research because I didn't act on putting my logo, getting my logo licensed. That is the certain money that you need to take a risk with, because that's the money you never make back. It goes in the capital, right? So for me, it was like I spent 2 months doing research till I realized that I have to put my brand out there, at least licensed. I don't need to release the brand, nothing. I just need to license it so that it's in my ballpark now, it's mine. I can then take how much ever time I have for research.
So booking.
Exactly. And then it's like unlimited time, because the registration takes a lot of time.